All right, y'all. It is Tuesday, Self-Care Tuesday, and number one, I am not drinking wine this early in the morning. I'm really not. I'm recording this the previous day because I gotta go to work. So I'm working this morning, even though I recorded this yesterday. That's gonna get confusing. But I'm gonna go off script today. Um, it's rarely ever gonna happen because, the whole free flowing talking thing, I don't do that so well. But I'm not gonna lie, and I'm also gonna stop claiming this because that microphone picks up everything. But how are y'all doing? And there is a part of me asking that so that you can all be like, how are you doing? But I do genuinely want to know because I want to know if I'm alone in this feeling. And I suspect that I'm not alone, that there are many of you who are processing loss of some kind. And I know there's much bigger losses out there. Some of us have lost people due to COVID or just lost people through the natural process of life. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These days I'm feeling a bit sad. And it's weird because I find myself being busy still, which is a good thing. And I find myself getting cast in things. And thank you so much to those who have decided to cast me. I honestly appreciate it so much. And there is a part of me that is reframing it and thinking, wow, I'm getting to work not only during the pandemic, but also as I'm coming into my own as a trans actress. But there's the grief in all of that because it's different. One of the things I enjoy about theater and filmmaking is a collaborative aspect. And yes, we are still all collaborating through Zoom in some capacity, but it's just different. I miss the physicalness of people. I miss, for the lack of a better word, the aura of presence, and I'm still trying to tease that out into a treatise, and I thought I'd be all intellectual and try and write a paper on it this past weekend, but turns out my thoughts were just going way too scattered. But yeah, I miss people. I miss my friends. I miss being in the theater and rehearsing stuff, and I miss table reads and reading new works and seeing the expression on a writer's face or looking at people as they read my work. I miss seeing and hearing audiences and feeling that that communal experience that we all experience. I miss that appreciation for the audience and number one, taking the time to come out and see whomever performing and filmmaking. I miss the projects that my friends and I were going to do. I don't know if we're still going to be able to do them in some capacity. And the thing is, with all of this said, is that we're finding ways to make all of this work for us somehow. I had a friend recently Dominic Ricano, who is part of the team that makes shift drinks, and he was very kind enough to send me his upcoming episode, which I'm going to plug shift drinks. Go watch their episode right now. It's hilarious and it's very timely. And he asked me to just comment on it and what he thought about two different takes of it. And I told him I love them, but I told him the version I thought was funnier. And I also congratulated him on finding a way to produce during this time of Corona, because it's hard as a filmmaker because it's such a collaborative experience and you don't want to put people unnecessarily at risk. And you can see in the way that the editing's done and just knowing the type of person that he is, that everyone was safe, and you could tell during just the way from they filmed it, there was a lot of social distancing going into place. But yeah, long story short, I miss being on sets. I miss not having to instinctively go in for a hug and then be like, oh no, I can't do that because Corona. So yeah, it's a lot of grief processing this week. And the biggest thing is that yes, I'm okay. And yes, it is okay to feel grief and sadness for the things that I have lost. And it doesn't mean that this will be eternal. It is looking at my mood and observing it and not ignoring it, but also not wallowing in it. Although I may take the time to wallow this week. Anyways, I've rambled a lot. So, if you do have a minute, this is what happens when I do not have a script for me in front of me like a teleprompter and I'm just going off the cuff of my head. So if you have a minute, go check out Shift Drinks by my friends who I know many people on the team. And then hopefully you will also join us tomorrow evening at 7:30 for a play written by Jeremiah Longbear. I'm excited that he asked me to participate in it, and it's produced in partnership with Aurora Theater and East by Southeast. I'm excited to participate, like I said, and I hope that you will check us out. I'm not gonna do off script ever again because I don't have words in front of me, so if I made some mistakes, just let me know. But all of the details will be in the post. Hopefully, I'll put them in front of me so that we can all figure out where I went wrong. I love you all. Thank you all for listening as I got that off of me. I hope you all have a wonderful Self-Care Tuesday. You know what? In the name of self-care, I'm just going to do that because really, it may look silly and funny or whatever, but it's to help remind me to my feelings are valid, my feelings are okay, your feelings are valid, and your feelings are okay. And it's okay to not be okay. And it's good to experience both the positive and negative emotions because it is the richness that is life. So, go grab your favorite tiara, and if you haven't, then go ahead and order one, and hopefully I'll be selling them soon. And put on your tiara and practice some self-care. Observe your positive and negative emotions and let them pass through. Don't deny them, but embrace them. As always, keep bearing the lightness of being, and until next time,